Children, quiet, please. Will you stop this racket? Charlie, shut that window down. Because I don't want any more cold air. Because I've got a very bad cold and a very bad headache. I don't want any drafts. Shut the door, please. Shh. Children, will you please stop this noise and this whispering and giggling? What is so funny? Well, I also like to laugh. Will you tell me what is funny? I also will laugh. Well, there's nothing funny about it. Sit down, please. Come quickly to your places. Remember, children, the more quickly we begin, the more quickly we are through. So take your places. Did you shut that window down? Quiet, children. Everybody pay attention now. Sit up quietly. Turn to page 48. And begin to translate. Will you translate, Walter? Go on, dear. Stop it. Well, don't sit next to that boy. Come away from him. Well, of course he teases you. It is your fault if he teases you. Sit there and stop looking at him and he will not tease you anymore. Quiet, children. Will you translate, please, Walter? Go on there. The hat. Whose hat? Well, the hat belonged to somebody. We are studying the possessed case. Everything we talk about belongs to somebody or somebody else. Who did the hat belong to? No, not my father. It belonged to somebody belonging to my father. That is twice possessive. It belonged to the gardener of my father. Quite right. Where was it? Well, it was somewhere. Everything must be somewhere. And what was it doing? It was on the grapevine, exactly. The hat, my father's gardener, but how was it on the grapevine? Hanging, quite right. The hat of my father's gardener was hanging on the grapevine. Shh, quiet now. Everybody listen. Nellie will take the second sentence, darling. It's all about flowers. Don't laugh at her. She's going to do it very nicely. Go on, darling. Everybody is waiting. The lilies and roses, exactly. Where were the lilies and roses? Where would lilies and roses mostly be? Do you know where lilies and roses grow? In the garden, exactly. Whose garden? Well, the garden belongs to somebody. Shh, don't tell her, she gets it. In the garden of who? No, not my aunt. Something belonging to my aunt. Well, what is Schwiegerschwester? Schwiegerin, Schwiegerschwester. Well, she does not know. Well, sometimes you don't know things. Tell her, if you know what is it, tell Nellie what is it. Sister-in-law, darling. The garden of my aunt's sister-in-law. That is the wife of the brother of the aunt. And she had the garden. And in the garden there were lilies and roses. Now, stop it. You know very well I mean. Now, stop it. What were the lilies and roses doing in the garden of my aunt's sister-in-law? Well, don't cry, darling. Just concentrate. It was in the summertime. The sun was shining. It had been raining in the night, perhaps, on the lilies and roses. What were they doing? Shh, don't tell her. She gets it. What? A little louder. I didn't catch it. Blooming, exactly. They were blooming. That's very nice. The lilies and roses in the garden of my aunt's sister-in-law were blooming. Now, children, I am going to please ask you to give me rules for prepositions that we have been learning for 10 days, and I hope somebody knows it. Harry, do you know what is it? Mark, will you please use your pocket handkerchief? You haven't got a pocket handkerchief? Louise, will you give your little brother your pocket handkerchief? What do you do with it? You gave it to Harry. Harry, give Morris Louise's pocket handkerchief. Children, how many times must I ask you, please, everybody, to bring your own pocket handkerchiefs? Well, I can't have always this mixed blowing going on every morning. Will you please bring your own? That's the way you catch colds. Don't make so much noise. Very gently. Like so. Now, Harry, will you please tell us the rules for prepositions that we have been studying so long now? Do you know them? Well, stand up and tell us. Aus, bei, mit, nach, stop it. Seit, von, zu, und gegenüber. Exactly. What case follows the use of those prepositions? What case comes after? No, they do not take the genitive. No, they do not take the accusative. They take the dative case. Aus, bei, mit, nach, seit, von, zu, und gegenüber, so weiter. Take the dative case. And you never speak German unless you know those rules. They're fundamental to the understanding. If I go out together, by, for, it's so simple. It's always the dative case. And you must know the rules or you will not speak German. Now, children, I want to read you a beautiful little poem called Die Lorelei. But first I would like to know, Johnny, what have you got in your blouse that is wriggling always? Something you hold on to that makes you fat and wriggles. What is it? Stop it. What have you got in your blouse? What? Guinea pigs? Oh, God. You have put those baby guinea pigs in your blouse the whole morning long. Children, it's not funny, it's outrageous. They don't need to be kept warm. They have got fur on. They have got their mothers. They don't like to be in your blouse. They suffocate in there and you have no more guinea pigs. Now listen, children. Put them in the garden and come back again. This is a very famous poem called The Lorelei. And it tells a story of a beautiful lady and some sailors. And now we are going to find out what is going to happen to those poor sailors. Quiet, please. Ich weiß nicht, was soll es bedeuten, dass ich so traurig bin. Ein Märchen aus Seite, das... Who threw this dead fly? Who threw this dead fly? Children, who threw... I can't stand it any longer. I come here every morning, I give you my life and my time, and always you insult me. Well, it's by no means the end. Unless this fly is explained, every one of you gets punished. I'll go away and leave you. Your parents shall hear of it, and you will be sorry when I go. You will know then that you love me. I try so hard to make you happy, and always you only give me insults. Well, please control myself. I will control myself now, and we'll finish the poem. Stop it. Sit up straight. Everybody listen. Die Luft ist kühl und es dunkelt und ruhig fließet der Rhein. Der Gipfel des Berges funkelt im Abendsonnenschein. Die schönste Jungfrau sitzt dort oben wunderbar. Children, come back here. Come back here. You cannot leave the room like this. Well, you cannot go until I give you permission to go. My God is law here. It's time to stop now anyway. I'll tell the other children, Nelly, the second declension on 10 of those new verbs. And the rule war again. Ach, Himmel, wo wir die enden mit den Kindern. Regel ist ganz abscheulich, die sind nicht. Ich kann nicht länger aus. What is it, Will? Well, I'm just going out on the porch. Well, I'll hear you if you come in, I'll come back. I'm just going out to get a mite of air. I'll be sitting right here on the porch. I ain't going far. Hello, Hetty. Hello. Say, Hetty, how's your papa? I say, how is your papa? Well, was it true he fell off the haymow? Uh-huh. Did he crack his head open? Oh, that's good. Well, I was down at the store last night, and Jimmy Packer said he fell off and hurt himself real bad. Oh, that's lucky. Hiya. Might have been. That's so. Well, I'm glad. Uh-huh. That's lovely. Well, maybe I'll come in Sunday. On my way to church, or maybe on my way back, I'll stop in. Lovely bright day. Hiya. The wind's coming out of the northwest. Well, about time we had a spell of bright weather. Good night. Hello, Sally. Say, when do you get back? Won't you come up and set spell? Oh, come on, it's early. What's your hurry? Come on up. I just come out to get a mite of air. Won't you sit her down? Well, you're looking pretty smart. You was up the funeral, I suppose. Must have been lovely. I wished I could have gone. No, I couldn't get away. Well, my old man was feeling kind of poorly, and I didn't like to leave him. He's laying in there on the couch, feeling awful sorry for himself. Well, he says he feels like he's all tied up in knots. Oh, just the rheumatism, you know. We had so much wet weather lately, kind of gets in his joints. Oh, there's nothing much to do for him, only rub him. I rub him most all day, most all night. He's an awful heavy man to rub. My arm is just about paralyzed. Oh, his leg is just like a log of wood. I never felt anything like it. I don't think it does him mighty good, but he likes it, so I keep right on rubbing. I use the horse liniment. He likes the smell of it. He worked round stables when he was a boy. He says the smell of that old liniment brings back his youth. Oh, I don't use it full strength. Oh, God, no, I take the skin right off. I take a little saucer, and I put about a tablespoonful of sweet oil in my saucer, and then I drop
drop it in gradual, you know, and stir it, keep it stirring, and it comes to kind of creamy paste, and then I take and rub it right on. It makes it nice for rubbing. Oh, I'm pretty well, thank you, Sally. I'll keep going. I had one of my spells last week. I felt sick as a cat on Tuesday, but I was so busy I forgot about it. Well, I always say, you know, when you're miserable, the best thing is just to keep a going, because then you forget your misery if you keep a going. We can't complain. Will and I was talking the other day. We was talking things over, and we decided we'd been mighty lucky. We've got 7 children. We've got 18 grandchildren. And we get 4 great-grandchildren, and there's nothing wrong with any of them. They're all nice children. They're healthy and well. They never give us any trouble. Well, that's enough to be thankful for, but we got other things besides, you know. We had a good life. We've been lucky. They're all nice children. Oh, they're all married. Only my boy Henry. Henry's not married. Henry stays right here with his dad and me. He's my youngest. He's my pet. Oh, they say I spoil him, but I don't think you could spoil Henry. Oh, I hope he will someday, but we'd miss him when he goes, you know. He's away now, and the house seems so quiet. Yes, it's lonesome when he goes away. Well, every season he takes a job down the coast with some of these wealthy city folk, you see. He gets a nice salary, makes a good change for him, you know. He enjoys the work, and we're glad for him to go. And then he keeps us laughing all winter. All the goings on he tells us about, you know. You never heard anything like it. He enjoys it. Well, he's been with the same family for about 12 seasons, and he feels, you know, so well acquainted with them all. And they seem to like him well. It's a very large family. They're very wealthy people, but they're very nice. You'd be surprised. They're very wealthy. They get 8 children. He's taught them all to sail the boats, you know. They win all the races. Henry's a wonderful sailor, and the lady thinks a lot of him. She wrote me a letter last Christmas. She sent me a box, and she wrote me a letter, and she said, "My husband and I would like you to know that we think your son is the finest young man we know." I was pleased. He is a nice boy. He's a bright boy. He's the brightest of all my children. I wished I could have sent him to college. Well, it seems like he has brains. I don't know where he got them. He got them from me, and he didn't get them from my old man. But I believe my grandfather was a brainy man. I heard tell he was. He was a great reader. I remember my mother telling me that she recalls her mother being so put out when she was getting her father ready to go out on them long voyages, you know, around the Cape. He was master of his ship, and he'd go off for months at a time. And she would be so put out because she never could find no place to put nothing on the vessel. Every corner and cupboard and shelf and sea chest was full of books. He took hundreds of books on them long voyages. And that's the way with my boy Henry, is always reading. Can't seem to stop him. He goes down to the library every week. He gets a pile of books. Take me a year to read. Oh, he likes all kinds. He's very partial to history. Very partial. And he likes the lives of great men. And he likes poetry real well. He read all them Shakespeare plays 3 or 4 times. He learns pieces out of them, too. Winter evenings when we are sitting around the stove, the storm is raging outdoors, and Will's got his old pipe, and I'm darning and knitting, you know, and it's cozy around the fire. Henry comes in, he says, "Mother, now I'll do your piece." And, you know, he gets up, and he does Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth, King Lear. He does that big scene in the storm, you know. Oh, he does it real well. He does Romeo and He does that piece about a horse. Oh, it's in one of them histories. He yells out, "My kingdom for a horse." You'd think the house was coming down. He'd get a strong voice, you know, and he lets himself go, and he acts up fine. He acts all over the room, you know. And we get quite excited, and we enjoy it. And he writes a beautiful letter. I get a letter from him yesterday, telling me all about a wedding they had in the family. Oh, he had to describe it all to me. It seems the young lady daughter, she got married. He's known her since she was a little bit of girl. And she's 19 years old, and he said she had on a dress of white satin. And he said she was dragging 3 yards of it all over the grass. And she had a veil around her head. He said, "Mother, it looked like mist." And he said she was carrying lilies. Her arms was full of lilies. And he said her eyes was shining like stars, Mother. And she looked like an angel to me. She was so happy. And he said they carted away 18 barrels of swill. Oh, must have been some party. Oh, he enjoys the work. He does all kinds of odd jobs. He helps the help mostly. Them rich help needs an awful lot of help. But he enjoys helping people. Oh, he's a nice boy. Well, there's lots been going on here since you was away. There's always something going on in this town. I was down at the store yesterday, getting me apples. My apples all got the rust. Well, I didn't get them sprayed in time, and I ain't going to have an apple. My beans have got the blight. I ain't got a bean. I lost the whole of my sweet corn. That just broke my heart. Well, the cutworms got it, you know. They bit the roots right off, and the whole of it laid right down and died. Well, I was down at the store, and I run into Jimmy Parker, and he told me that Saul Smith sold his point. He'd get $5,000 for it. Huh. Some of them wealthy city folk that come somewhere in here, you know, they stand on that ledge at ebb tide, Sally, and they say, "Oh, smell the delicious salt breezes." Salt breezes. Ain't nothing but a stench of rotten old seaweed and a few dead fish. There's always a stench in that cove. At ebb tide, always. I wouldn't take that house if he gave it to me. Nothing, see, only the ocean. Wouldn't want to look at the ocean all day. And then, you know, that house, Sally, has been haunted ever since Uncle Zeb Hawkins choked Aunt Maria there. Oh, sure, he choked her. He choked her all right. You never heard that story? My Lord, I was raised on that story. Uncle Zeb was cousin to my grandfather. We all called him Uncle Zeb. He was a great old character in these parts. We children just loved him. Oh, the stories he'd tell us. He'd had an interest in life. He'd been to sea since he was 7 years old. Well, his mother died, and his father wasn't so lonesome. He was so lonesome that he took the little fella right along with him on a whaling vessel to the South Pacific. And when he got up there, he found that harpooning whales was no life for a child. So he set him ashore. He set him ashore on one of them islands. And it seems it was a cannibal island. And Uncle Zeb was raised by the cannibals. And he says they were lovely people. They raised him good. And he got along fine. He was happy. So his father left him there. He'd go ashore, see him every few months when he was out there whaling. And he never brought him home till he was about 14 years old. And he was so lonesome when he come away. You know, he was so fond of those people on the islands, and he spoke languages, and he never did forget them. We children used to love to hear him talk. It's got a very pretty sound, you know, them languages out there. And he used to tell us stories of typhoons in the China Sea, hurricanes. He was master of his ship. He was a rich man before he died. He was out in the Pacific for years, you know. And he had a wonderful way of telling us stories. He always kept his pockets full of presents. I got a little ivory box he brought me. He got it in Ceylon, made out of an elephant's tusk. I keep my buttons in it. Always kept my buttons in Uncle Zeb's little box. Well, I was going to tell you. He married late in life. He married a very peculiar woman. She had black hair that come clean down the tops of her shoes. I never seen anything like it. They said she was part Indian. That accounted for it. And it was just like a horse's tail that come down, clean down to the top of her shoes, and she used to put whale oil on it on Saturday nights to make it shine for Sunday. Well, one Saturday, he went fishing, and they got caught in an awful northeast gale. Oh, it come up thick of fog, come up one of them northeasters, you know. They get out in the bay, and they couldn't make the harbor. And they get in all right around midnight. The wind abated, and the moon come out, and they get in, but they was drenched to the skin. And he started home across the fields. He seen a little light burning in her window, and there she was, putting whale oil on her hair in the middle of the night. Oh, the stench of that whale oil, I can remember it. We sat right alongside her in the pew in church. I remember it this day. Well, she'd let the fire go out. She didn't have nothing for him to eat, and he got mad. And the story was that he went up and he grabbed the hair right out of her hand. It was thick as a rope, you know, and she was a plain woman, kind of top-heavy with small feet. He was a very powerful man, and he grabbed her hair and he caught it around her throat, and he gave her a yank, and she fell over. And he started dragging her around, and he drug her around 3 or 4 times, and he looked back, my Lord, he'd choked her dead. He was sorry when he done it, but he choked her. What is it, Will? Will said, "'Tain't so." Well, I reckon my grandfather knew more about it than you did, old man. I was raised on that story. All right. He wants me to rub him again. Well, he probably hears us talking. He don't like to hear us having such a good time without him. Well, it's hard when you're miserable to know that other folks is enjoying themselves. Well, it's nice to see you, Sally. I missed you. I'd like to hear more about that funeral. Must have been lovely. Oh, yeah, she was. Oh, yeah, it was a pity. Well, maybe I'll see you down at the store in the morning. You see my old Uncle David? Did he still wear them old green pants? He wore them pants at my wedding 47 years ago. I asked him once where he got them. He said he bought an old billiard table at an auction. And it fell apart on the way home. It was all cracked, and the whole thing fell apart. So he ripped off the cloth and made him a nice pair of pants. He kept them for weddings and funerals. Did you see Sally Thresher? Has she fleshed up any? She don't flesh up much. She's awful scrawny. I always told Sal if it wasn't for her face, you'd never know whether she was coming or going. Well, I'll be down at the store in the morning. I got to get me some eggs. My hens ain't been laying lately. I got to make my old man a cake for Sunday. Well, good night, Sally. Lovely bright day. Wind's coming out of the northwest. About time we had a spell of bright weather. Miss all feel better. Good night. Will, I'm coming right along. I'll rub you. Can't you have a mite of patience? I'm coming just as fast as I can.
So I'm quite sure that we could improve upon it. I don't think we do it very well. We have such bad symbols. I mean, we have really no great symbols now. I mean, all that we have are these ridiculous nationalist symbols like flags and swastikas and whatnot. But no sort of great cosmic symbols. I mean, when you think of the staggering symbols that the Indians produced, I mean, the dancing Shiva, for example, we've never produced anything as comprehensive as this. The dancing Shiva, those little bronze statues, it is the Shiva with 4 arms dancing with 1 foot raised. Well, I mean, I go into the details. They're really quite extraordinary. It's the figure stands within a great circle, a sort of halo, which has flames going out, I mean, the symbols of flames. And this is the circle of mass, energy, space, time. I mean, this is the material world, the great world of the all-embracing material world with its flames, which are energy. Within this, Shiva dances. He's called Nataraja, the lord of the dance. And he dances, he's everywhere in the universe. I mean, this is his dance. The manifestation of the world is called his lila, his play. It's, I mean, he sends his rain upon the just and the unjust, and he's not he's beyond good and evil, of course. It's all an immense manifestation of play. He has this long hair, which is the hair of the yogin, contemplative, and it streams out to the limits of the universe, you see. Therefore, this sort of yogic knowledge of this contemplation includes everything. He has 4 arms. In the upper right arm, he holds a little drum, which is the drum which summons things into creation. You beat upon this drum and things come into existence. In his left arm, he holds a fire, which is what destroys everything. He both creates and destroys. His lower right hand is held up in this attitude, which means be not afraid, in spite of everything, it is all right. The other hand points down at his feet, and one foot is planted squarely on the back of a repulsive dwarf, this infinitely powerful dwarf called Muyalaka, I think his name is, who is the ego. And he has to break the back of the ego, you see. What he's really pointing at is the other foot, which is raised. And this means this foot is raised against gravitation and is the symbol of spiritual contemplation. The whole thing is there, you see. I mean, the world of space and time and matter and energy, the world of creation and destruction, the world of psychology. I mean, how do you get out of this? I mean, if you don't break the back of the ego, you're lost. And if you don't practice contemplation, there will be no liberation for you. I mean, we don't have anything remotely approaching such a comprehensive symbol, which is both cosmic and psychological and spiritual. I mean, it is really most unfortunate that we have such miserable symbols. It's part of the regular Hinduism, but it is specifically Shivaite. And then one of the manifestations, of course, is called Bhairava of Shiva, who is also dancing, but he dances in cemeteries. And I mean, to remind us that the dance of life isn't always very jolly. I mean, that he dances just as much in misery and death as in life and elation. I mean, this has to be accepted. And of course, again, it's only by the lifted foot that we can accept it. I mean, it actually is completely compatible with the modern scientific idea. I mean, it includes the world, you see, of mass, energy, space, and time, and the idea of the infinite energy dancing timelessly and forever through this world, dancing through human mentality too. I mean, that the world is felt to be, of course, a kind of outrage, because the play goes on even inside ourselves, although we are sentient beings, and yet the hand is raised, everything is finally all right, in spite of everything, if, as Buddha says, I show you sorrow and the ending of sorrow. The ending of sorrow is putting your foot on the back of the dwarf and raising the other foot in against gravity into the state of contemplation. I mean, the whole thing is there, stated in this single, extremely elegant. I mean, these Shiva images from the south of India are very, very elegant. They're most beautiful pieces of sculpture, the best of them. But it's a shame we don't have any good symbols like this to remind us of who we are and of what we can do about it, if anything. No, we're very, very poor in it. I mean, we have some of the Christian symbols, which are not really satisfactory. I mean, the symbol of the cross is fairly good, but it doesn't take into account the sort of cosmic side of life. I mean, it doesn't take into account mass, energy, space, and time, which is essential. It doesn't take into account, I mean, as it stands, it doesn't take into account the importance of contemplation. No, it's, I mean, there are other symbols, of course, within Christianity which do, but a single comprehensive symbol like the Shiva symbol we do not have, and it's very unfortunate. But there's no doubt that we're on the threshold of very important changes in the whole treatment of mental disease. And some of these new drugs are very extraordinary. I mean, first of all, the tranquilizers have played an enormous part. And now these so-called psychic energizers are playing a huge part in getting depressed people back into a normal condition.
How often have you taken mescaline yourself?
I've taken mescaline twice and lysergic acid about 5 times, I suppose. I would like to take it about once a year, I think. But one doesn't, most people that I know who've taken it have no desire to sort of fool with it and take it constantly. I mean, the thing, you take it too seriously to behave in this way towards it. You wouldn't want to wallow in it. I mean, you need a good deal of time to digest this, I think. I mean, I don't know. Most people I know feel it. I don't have any special desire to go on taking it. I mean, they would like to take it every 6 months or every year or something of that kind. But I still have to meet one who wants to take it constantly.
But isn't it a condition one would want to be in all the time?
You couldn't be in it all the time because it is, so to say, beyond the level of biological efficiency. The world becomes so extraordinary and so absorbing that you couldn't cross the street without considerable risk of being run over. And you wouldn't want to do anything else because just experiencing this thing is so extraordinary.
Is the effect the same on everyone?
Statistically, about 70%, 75% probably get a good and positive, happy result from it. A certain percentage get no results, and a certain percentage get very unpleasant and hell-like results out of it, get very frightened. Mine were always positive. I didn't have what some people have, which is a great elaborate visions with the eyes closed. Some people have the most elaborate and circumstantial visionary experiences. With the eyes closed, I merely see sort of living geometries, but never any of these great landscapes and figures and architectures which some people see.
Do you sit or do you move about?
You spend a lot of time sitting quietly, looking at things, and getting these sort of strange metaphysical insights into the world.
Is it a habit-forming drug?
In most cases, it has no more hangover than 2 cocktails, and some people feel actually much better the next day. It's being used to some extent in therapy. There's a man here called Sanderson who uses it a lot. There are several people in America, and in Canada, there are several groups who've had very, very good results with alcoholism using LSD. And there's a new drug now, the psilocybin, which is derived from the Mexican mushroom, which is the same effect but doesn't last quite so long. And that is being used in France therapeutically with some success. Basically, you take a capsule of 400 milligrams, and the lysergic acid, you take this incredibly small dose of 100 gamma, which is 100 millionths of a gram, a 10,000th of a gram, 10th of a milligram, which is a homeopathic dose. It's perfectly extraordinary that it should have an effect. And in fact, it has an effect long after all traces of it have gone out of the body. It has an effect by triggering some, nobody knows exactly what. It probably inhibits one of the 27 enzymes which control the functioning of the brain. Either inhibits one or stimulates one, and I don't think anybody quite knows what it does. The intensity of the experience is entirely unlike any ordinary experience. But on the other hand, it quite obviously resembles spontaneous experiences certain artists and religious people have unquestionably had. It's an immense intensification of the transfiguration of the external world into incredible beauty and significance. It's also beyond this kind of aesthetic experience. There may be other experiences of a sense of solidarity with the universe, solidarity with other people. Understanding of such phrases as you get in the book of Job, yea, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. This becomes quite comprehensible. This thing opens the door to these experiences, which can be of immense value to people if they choose to make use of them. If they don't choose to, I mean, this is what the Catholics call a gratuitous grace. It doesn't guarantee salvation, or is not sufficient and is not necessary salvation, but if it can be collaborated with and used in an intelligent way, it can be of immense help to people. The sense that in spite of everything, which of course is the ultimate, I suppose, the ultimate mystical conviction, in spite of pain, in spite of death, in spite of horror, the universe is in some mysterious sense all right, capital A, capital R.
It is that I have no such real friend. Let me put it more clearly, since no one will believe that a girl of 13 feels herself quite alone in the world, nor is it so. I have darling parents and a sister of 16. I know about 30 people whom one might call friends. I have strings of boyfriends anxious to catch a glimpse of me and who, failing that, peep at me through mirrors in class. I have relations, aunts and uncles who are darlings too. A good home. No, I don't seem to lack anything. But it's the same with all my friends. Just fun and joking, nothing more. I can never bring myself to talk about anything outside the common round. We don't seem to be able to get any closer. That's the root of the trouble. Perhaps I lack confidence. But anyway, there it is, a stubborn fact, and I don't seem to be able to do anything about it. Hence this diary. In order to enhance in my mind's eye the picture of the friend for whom I've waited so long, I don't want to set down a series of bald facts in a diary like most people do, but I want this diary itself to be my friend, and I shall call my friend Kitty. No one will grasp what I'm talking about if I begin my letters to Kitty just out of the blue, so, albeit unwillingly, I will start by sketching in brief the story of my life. My father was 36 when he married my mother, who was then 25. My sister Margaret was born in 1926 in Frankfurt-am-Main. I followed on June 12, 1929, and as we are Jewish, we emigrated to Holland in 1933, where my father was appointed managing director of Travis Incorporated. This firm is in close relationship with the firm of Coland and Company in the same building, of which my father is a partner. The rest of our family, however, felt the full impact of Hitler's anti-Jewish laws, so life was filled with anxiety. In 1938, after the pogroms, my two uncles, my mother's brothers, escaped to the United States. My old grandmother came to us. She was then 73. After May 1940, good times rapidly fled. First the war, then the capitulation, followed by the arrival of the Germans, which is when the sufferings of us Jews really began. Anti-Jewish decrees followed each other in quick succession. Jews must wear a yellow star. Jews must hand in their bicycles. Jews are banned from trams and are forbidden to drive. Jews are only allowed to do their shopping between 3 and 5 o'clock, and then only in shops which bear the placard, Jewish shop. Jews must be indoors at 8 o'clock and cannot even sit in their own gardens after that hour. Jews are forbidden to visit theaters, cinemas, and other places of entertainment. Jews may not take part in public sports. Swimming baths, tennis courts, hockey fields, and other sports grounds are all prohibited to them. Jews may not visit Christians. Jews must go to Jewish schools, and many other restrictions of a similar kind. So we could not do this and were forbidden to do that. But life went on in spite of it all. Yopi used to say to me, "You're scared to do anything because it may be forbidden." Our freedom was strictly limited, yet things were still bearable. Granny died in 1942. No one will ever know how much she is present in my thoughts and how much I love her still. In 1934, I went to school at the Montessori kindergarten and continued there. It was at the end of the school year. I was in Form B when I had to say goodbye to Mrs. K. We both wept. It was very sad. In 1941, I went with my sister Margaret to the Jewish secondary school, she into the 4th form and I into the 1st. So far, everything is all right with the 4 of us, and here I come to the present day. Sunday morning, 5 July, 1942. Dear Kitty, Our examination results were announced in the Jewish theater last Friday. I couldn't have hoped for better. My report is not at all bad. I had 1 vixatus, a 5 for algebra, 2 6s, and the rest were all 7s or 8s. They were certainly pleased at home, although over the question of marks, my parents are quite different from most. They don't care a bit whether my reports are good or bad, as long as I'm well and happy and not too cheeky. Then the rest will come by itself. I am just the opposite. I don't want to be a bad pupil. I should really have stayed in the 7th form in the Montessori school, but was accepted for the Jewish secondary. When all the Jewish children had to go to Jewish schools, the headmaster took Lise and me conditionally after a bit of persuasion. He relied on us to do our best, and I don't want to let him down. My sister Margaret has her report, too. Brilliant, as usual. She would move up with cum laude if that existed at school. She's so brainy. Daddy has been at home a lot lately, as there's nothing for him to do at business. It must be rotten to feel so superfluous. Mr. Copehouse has taken over Travis, and Mr. Crawler, the firm Coland and Company. When we walked across our little square together a few days ago, Daddy began to talk of us going into hiding. I asked him why on earth he was beginning to talk of that already. Yes, Anne, he said. You know that we've been taking food, clothes, furniture to other people for more than a year now. We don't want our belongings to be seized by the Germans, but we certainly don't want to fall into their clutches ourselves. So we shall disappear of our own accord and not wait until they come and fetch us. But, Daddy, when would it be? He spoke so seriously that I grew very anxious. Don't you worry about it. We shall arrange everything. Make the most of your carefree young life while you can. That was all. Oh, may the fulfillment of these somber words remain far distant yet. Yours, Anne. Thursday, 9 July, 1942. Dear Kitty, so we walked in the pouring rain, Daddy, Mummy, and I, each with a school satchel and shopping bag filled to the brim with all kinds of things thrown together anyhow. We got sympathetic looks from people on their way to work.
For how many years have you been taking snuff?
Ever since I was 16.
Why do you take it?
Because it's good for the eyesight.
You think it's a good habit, do you?
Yes, for the eyesight. I went stone blind once, and I couldn't see my mother or nobody, and I got home the best way I could from Mayo, and after that, Mother said, you stop on the sofa and I'll get you something that will bring your eyesight back. I never believed her. Well, she went off, and of course, being 16, I kicked up a fuss about it. The next morning, I was at work.
How much snuff do you take in a week?
Well, Jared and I takes about an ounce or ounce and a quarter.
Do you always carry this with you?
Oh, yes. Wherever I go, I take it. Yes, I takes it everywhere.
And it's a habit you'd recommend, would you?
It is a habit that I recommend. People reckon it's a dirty habit, but you can be clean with anything. I don't believe in dirty habits. 10 no more than smoking fags. Nor so much. But I don't believe in smoking fags. That's right.
Tell me another thing while I'm here. Do you ever wish you had the electricity instead of oil lamps?
No, I don't.
Why's that, Dorcas?
Because I don't believe in electric. God Almighty gave the oil, but he didn't give the electric. That's just right.
And on the whole, you don't approve of these newfangled things, do you?
No, I don't. No, I don't. None of it.
Mr. Juggins, I believe you take snuff.
Well, I really do. Now, and tell you, Mrs. Turner, I've always found myself in jolly good health. And as soon as you've got a cold and come in, if you take plenty of snuff in a decent way, you find yourself more healthier than those who do not take snuff. Because, Mrs. Turner, now you understand that snuff is made from the pure tobacco plant. And they just say that smoking cigarettes, you know, Mrs. Turner, they cause cancers. But smoking do not cause cancers. Because older you to get or younger, you always got some ailment in your inside which we do not know nothing at all about. But I always found out my own self that if you take snuff, I know 'tis awful price.
Have you taken snuff all your life, George?
Well, I have took snuff ever since I married Dorcas, and that's 45 years come this August.
What made you take it up?
Because I found myself, after all, that cured my cold in the first place. Now you understand, it don't matter where you are, Mrs. Turner. I'm speaking to you now, and you're speaking to me. It don't matter if you're inside or outside, there's a searching germ going about the air. You understand that? Well, you're bound to breathe that germ into you, don't matter if you're inside or outside. But if you got something behind you to give you more spirit and give you more kick, and just pick my ideas up if I was you and take snuff yourself, Mrs. Turner, you'll find it a lot better off.
Where were you born, Mr. Clark?
At Backpath, Kingscote.
And how many years ago was that?
90 years come January.
And how long have you lived here at Harn Hill?
35 years.
And how long ago was it that you lost your wife?
8 years last April.
And how do you manage now, living all alone in this little cottage?
I gets home help. She comes every morning of it, Fridays and Sundays, for an hour.
And apart from that, you look after yourself?
Yes.
What did you do in your working days?
Well, I was a carter on the farm all the years.
And how old were you when you started work?
Oh, I used to start when I was about a 12-year-old. Those days you could stop away from school for a week.
And what were the very first jobs that you ever did?
Root starving.
Well, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, you had to go out in the field of a morning. My father used to call me early, perhaps 4:30. You had to get up and go out into the field with a pair of clappers, clap them together to frighten the roots off the corn.
And for how many hours a day did you do that?
Well, we used to start then, and sometimes you had to bide there till the rooks was going back at night.
And what were you paid for it?
Well, 6 a day then.
Good gracious me, people wouldn't do that now, would they?
Wouldn't do that per hour, no. Well, we used to go out, and there was 9 on us at home, and you had to stop out there. So perhaps one of my brothers had to bring me tea and dinner out as I come from school.
What did you have for your tea and dinner?
Generally bread and cheese.
Times were hard in those days, weren't they?
Yes, it was.
What did your father do?
He was shepherd on the Newington farm. That's near Wootton Unridge. He was there before he was married, and he was on that farm till he gave up about 75.
Was he a good shepherd?
Yes.
And after you gave up your bird scaring job, what did you go on to then?
I went into stables, sort of boy in the stables then. Didn't get the time off as I'm doing now. We had to bide there was no overtime nor nothing then. It was from daylight till dark.
What were you paid then?
Oh, a little bit more, might get 5 shillings.
And you've always worked with horses, have you?
Yes.
What was your main job? Ploughing or were you a carter?
Carter. Then there was all ploughing then. There was 5 or 6 teams out in one field on one farm, and over the edge there might be 4 or 5 more teams.
Were these Shire horses?
No.
What sort of horses were they?
Well, sort of a mixed lot. But on the next farm, there was all these Suffolk horses. And I looked well when I was harnessed up.
Were you very fond of your horses?
Yes, I was.
Can you remember the names of any of them?
Yes. Duke, Boxer, Britain, Nancy, and Blackbird.
Did you enjoy ploughing with horses?
Yes, I did.
And are you sorry, Mr. Clark, that the working horse has more or less died out?
Well, I was, 'cause thy days was better than what them be now.
In what ways do you think they were better?
Well, everybody was more sociable then than I be now.
Now, how's about going to the Empire State Building with me?
I'll have that coffee now.
Didn't answer my question. Would you like to visit the Empire State Building?
No, not really.
Well, how about the zoo?
Not just now.
Will you marry me?
What?
It's just a bit of shock treatment there. I have found, after long experience, it's the quickest way to get a woman's attention when her mind wanders. Always works.
Mr. Burns?
Oh, no. Now that you've cried, you can't call me Mr. Burns. Same thing goes for laughing. My name is Murray.
Well, Murray, to sort of return to reality for a moment.
I'll only go as a tourist.
Murray, the Child Welfare Board could really take Nick away. But there's some things that you could do about it to make your case a little stronger.
Sandra, do you realize you are not wearing your shoes?
Well, here I am with some of my favorite books. Fun in the Rain, The Young Railroader, Great Philosophers, Science for Youth, and a Spanish dictionary. See, what I did was I left them out on the street when I was playing, and I
Nick,
thought...
you just killed a whole month's allowance for nothing. Miss Markowitz isn't even on our case anymore.
I shouldn't have left. You got angry and insulted everybody.
Nothing to worry about.
Well, $4 right out the window. We're in real trouble now, right, ladies?
Nick! We have a guest, a music lover. Let's play our song. Come on, I'm sure it'll be requested.
Murray, you know, we can't play songs at a time like that.
Come on, old man, where's your professional attitude?
Murray, we cannot. This is no time to play songs. Please.
Yes, sir. That's my baby. No, sir. I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir. That's my baby. Yes, sir. We've decided no, sir. We won't hide it, that's my baby now. Oh, by the way. Oh, by the way. Oh, by the way. Oh, by the way. And when we meet, somebody will say, yes, sir, that's my baby, no, sir, don't be baby, yes, sir, that's my baby. Oh, by the way. Hey, by the way, when we meet, somebody will say, yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, lady. I'll see you around.
Where are you off to, Nick?
Oh, I'm going to leave my stuff up at Mrs. Myers. See, I figure I'll be staying up there tonight.
Oh, by the way. Oh, by the way. When we meet, somebody will say, yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, I don't mean baby.
Murray, who do you know who's leaving on that boat?
Nobody. I don't get jealous that way. Hey, I don't want to go, Charlie, baby. Have a great trip. Bon voyage, Charlie. That's the way. Have a good trip. And you see, it's a great thing to do when you're about to start something new. You see a boat off. It gives you the genuine feeling of the beginning. Hey, bon voyage, Charlie. Have a wonderful time.
Bon voyage, Charlie. Have a wonderful time. Bon voyage,
Charlie. Have a
Oh, by the way, yes, by the way,
right now, at this hour, it's just me and all that money. Right now, I'm all alone with $2 billion in cash, checks, and securities.
And me. I'm here, too.
Yes, you are, lady.
Yes, sir, we've decided. No, sir, we won't hide it. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. Oh, by the way, hey, by the way, when we meet, somebody will say, yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't mean maybe. Yes, sir.
Mr. Burns? Mr. Burns, I must apologize to you. We have put you have been put at a disadvantage this morning, Mr. Burns. It's because you've been involved in a personal problem that has nothing whatsoever to do with your particular case. It's entirely wrong for me to give you this impression of our Do you know what?
What?
I hate the Ledbetters.
Well, I'm sure once I got to know them, I'd hate them too.
Mr. Burns, you don't understand. Some of the cases I love and some of them I hate. And that's all wrong for my work. But I can't help it. I hate Raymond Ledbetter, and he's only 9 years old. But some of them I like too much, and I worry about them all day long. It is an obvious conflict against all professional standards. I didn't like Raymond Ledbetter, so I tried to understand him, and now that I understand him, I hate him.
Can I get you a cup of coffee?
Albert is gone, and I just lost my job. I wrote out what my married name would be on a paper napkin last night after dinner. Mrs. Albert Amundsen, to see how it would look. We were going to be married. It was all planned. Mrs. Albert Amundsen on a napkin. You have to understand, Albert. He's really a very nice person when he's not on cases. He's a very intelligent man. Last month I fell asleep on him twice while he was talking to me. Do you have to sit there? Please go away. Why don't you go away?
But I live here.
I would like everybody to go away.
Could I get you a pastrami sandwich?
I don't even know you. I am crying right in front of you. Please go away.
Now, you're really going to have to stop crying because I'm going out of my mind here.
I cry all the time, and I laugh in the wrong places in the movies. I am unsuited to my profession. I can't do anything right. Last night I burned an entire chicken. And after 7 years of school, I can't work, and I've got no place to go. An entire chicken. Oh, this is an awful day. What am I going to do?
Oh, Miss Markowitz, this is a beautiful day. And I'll tell you why. Look, you're really a jolly old girl, and you are well rid of Albert. You have been given the rare opportunity of returning the unused portion and having your money refunded.
But my work, what am I going to do?
But you're a lover, Dr. Markowitz. And you are a lover of things and of people. So you took up work where you could get at as many of them as possible. And it just turned out there were too many of them and too much that moves you. But damn it, be glad it turned out you're not reasonable and sensible. Have all the gratitude you can that you're capable of embarrassment and joy and are a marathon crier.
There is a kind of relief that it's gone, the job and even Albert. But I know what it is. It's just irresponsible, that's all. And I don't have the vaguest idea who I am.
It's just that there are all these Sandras running around who you've never met before. And it's confusing at first. Fantastic. But damn it, isn't it great to find out how many Sandras there are? It's like those little cars in the circus, you know. This tiny red car comes out, hardly big enough for a midget, and it putters around, and suddenly its doors open, and out come 1,000 clowns whooping and hollering and raising hell.
Hey, worry, baby, don't jump! Hey, fella, don't jump! I'll leave you inside!
Hey, Mr. Herman. Oh, that's the job you took, huh?
Hey,
There he is. There's the old monkey. There's the old joker.
Yeah, here he is, Leo.
There he is. There's a little guy. Look here, little guy. I got a chuckle statue for you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Herman. Imagine how pleased I am to receive it. It's a very artistic statue and very good cardboard, too.
And I got a chuckle hat for you, just like the old chipmunk wears.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
You're wearing the Chuckles hat. You gotta say the Chuckle hello.
The what?
Chip, chip, chipper monkey.
Oh, yeah, sure. Chipper monkey.
May I know your first name?
It's Nick most of the time.
Most of the time. Look what I got here. 2 big bags of Chuckle chip potato chips. Huh? Nicky, you want to put these crispy chips in a bowl or something for us?
Oh.
Yeah, and take your time, Nick, because your uncle and me got some grown-up talking to do. Okay, and the kid hates me. I didn't go over very well with him. I pushed a little too hard. Nice kid, Murray.
Yeah, how are your kids, Leo?
Fine, but I swear to God, even they don't like my show since you stopped writing it. My youngest one, my 6-year-old. Ralphie. Watches the Funny Bunny show every morning now instead of me. Oh, have I been bombing out on the show every morning? You know what it feels like to bomb out in front of children? You flop out in front of kids, Murray, I swear to God, they're ready to kill you. Or else they stare at you. It's the worst. That hurt, innocent little stare like you just killed that pup or raped that turtle or something. Murray, have you back with me at the studio. See you at the show tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful. You're the best.
I appreciate you feeling that way, Leo.
This afternoon on the phone, you walked out on me, didn't you?
Yeah, Leo.
Why do you
sorry,
think
no, I was only kidding.
Don't tell me.
No,
I know. I make people nervous. Who can listen to me for 10 minutes, right? You see that? See how I kept touching my suit, my tie like that? I keep touching myself to make sure I'm still here. I get this feeling. Maybe I vanished when I wasn't looking.
No, I'm sure that you're here, Leo.
See how he talks to me a little nasty? I like it. Straight, it's real, I like it. You know what I got around me on the show? Finks. Dwarfs, phonies, and frogs. No, Murrays, the show is boring. Boring. Boring, boredom, bore. Boring. Boring, boredom, bore.
Murray?
Boring, boredom, bore. Boring.
I believe that I left my files here. I came to get my files. May I have my files, please? Oh, excuse me.
Chuckles the Chipmunk, this is Minnie Mouse.
Hiya, Minnie.
You must be Mr. Herman?
I must be him.
Well, I'll be on my way.
That's a very attractive girl, that Minnie. What does she do?
She's my decorator.
She's done a wonderful job. The place is great, Murray. It's close, it's open, it's free. I love it. A wonderful, crazy place. My God. You must make out like mad in a place like this, huh? How is it I never came here before?
You were here last January,
Well,
Leo.
you worked with me for 3 years. I never saw your apartment.
You were here last January, Leo.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wasn't I here recently? In the winter? Last January, I think. I remember I came here to get you back on the show and you wouldn't listen to me. It was a week after you quit me. You walked into the kitchen and started singing, Yes, Sir, That's My Baby, and I left. Feeling very foolish, like I had footprints on my face. You're a monkey. Oh, you're a monkey. You're an old monkey, aren't you, huh? Walked in the kitchen and started singing, Yes, Sir, That's My Baby. You know what I got from that experience? A rash. I broke out something terrible. Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse! You told me her name was Minnie Mouse! I swear to God, now, I think my mission in life is to feed you straight lines. It's a kind of a fallout shelter. That's what you got here, Mar. Protection against the idiots in the atmosphere. It's free. It's free for you. Free. It's free, free, free. Freedom free. Another year and I'll cut loose from the chipmunk show. Blinds me, hugs me up, thinks dwarfs, ponies, and frogs. And the two of us, we got to do something new, something wild. A new kind of kids show for adults, maybe.
You told me the same thing 3 years ago, Leo.
All right, what do you want from me? I'm a coward. Everybody knows. Oh, my God. Did you ever see anything so immodest? I bring a big statue of myself as a gift for a child, huh? The pure ego of it? I'm ashamed, Murray, please. Throw a sheet over it or something, will you, please? Yum, 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 yum. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Good. Oh, gosh, his tearoonies. Look at your poor chipmunk friend. He got his mouth stuck. Oh! No matter how hard I try, I can't get my mouth unstuck. But maybe if you chipmunks yell, be happy, Chuckles, maybe then you'll get unstuck. You're supposed to yell, be happy, Chuckles.
Oh, yeah, sure. Be happy, Chuckles.
All right, you fixed me. I'm all fixed.
Would you like your potato chips now, Mr. Herman?
That's a bit from tomorrow morning show. Yeah, you're going to know it before all the kids in the neighborhood.
Thank you.
That's one of the funny parts there. I couldn't move my mouth.
Oh, yeah?
You think it was funny?
Sure, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Don't you laugh or something when you see something funny?
Oh, yeah, it just caught me by surprise is all. I didn't get a chance. Want more potato chips, Mr. Herman?
Another funny part was where I jumped up there with a smile there. At the end there was another one.
Mm-hmm.
See, then the finish on up it. I got the smile, see? Now I'm all fixed, huh? Now I'm all fixed. Oh, no, it's stuck the other way.
Well, gee, that's terrific, Mr. Herman. That's all you got to do. Just get up there and do that, and they pay you and everything.
You didn't laugh.
I was waiting for the funny part.
That was the funny part.
You mean when you fell on the...
Yeah, we're both back on the floor there.
Well, you see, the thing is,
Yeah, I know. You're waiting for the funny part. Well, yeah, you missed another funny part.
Another one? I'm very sorry, Mr. Herman.
Forget it. I happen to know that the bit is very funny. Yeah, I can prove it to you. What does it say right there? Second line there.
Frown bit, 85% of audience. Outright prolonged laughter on frown bit.
That's an analysis report the agency did for me on Monday's preview audience. The routine I just did for you got outright prolonged laughter, 85%. Monday, 3 o'clock.
You can try him on sad parts, Leo. He's very good on sad parts.
As a matter of fact, there was a poignant type bit I did at preview theater. 60% of audience noticeably moved.
They left the theater?
There he is. There's the old joker, right? Huh?
Right.
Murray the Joker.
Well, say, I can do some routines, too. Yeah, I can imitate the voice of Alexander Hamilton.
Good.
I do Alexander Hamilton. And Murray does a terrific Thomas Jefferson. We got the voices just right.
Hello, Alex. How are you?
Say hello, Tom. You know, you should have been in Congress today.
Yeah?
You really missed it.
Oh, this is ridiculous. You can't do an imitation of Alexander Hamilton. Nobody knows what he sounds like.
Well, that's the funny part.
You missed the funny part, Leo.
I'm getting a terrible rash on my neck. I was working good in front of the kid. The routine I did for him was funny. I don't go over with these odd kids. Well, look at him. Here I am right in front of him in person, for God's sakes. He's staring at me. Oddness here, Murray. Oddness. Alexander Hamilton imitations, jaded jokes for old men. What you done to the kid is a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame why you brought the kid up here. It's gotten healthy. Women in and out. Decorators. Yeah. Had he been brought up by a normal person, not in this madhouse.
Hey, don't say that.
It's a certain freakish kind of growing up. Freakish way of growing up.
Hey, are you calling me a freak? You called me a freak. Now, you take back what you said.
On June the 3rd, I'll be 42 years old. I'm standing here arguing with a 12-year-old kid. Nicky. Humor is a cloudy wonderland thing. But simple and clear as a blue, blue sky. All I want is your simple, honest child's opinion of my routine. But children are too honest to be wise.
Well, my simple child's reaction of what you did is that you were not funny. Funnier than you is even Stuart Schlossman, who was my friend and is 11 and puts walnuts in his mouth and makes noises. What's not funny is to call us names. And what is mostly not funny is how sad you are. And I'd feel sorry for you if it wasn't for how dull you are. And those are the worst tasting potato chips I've ever tasted. And that's my opinion from the blue, blue sky.
There he is. There's the old monkey. There's the old joker, right? You didn't want to come back to work for me. You got me up here to step on my face again.
Wait a minute, Leo.
Yes, sir, that's my baby, no, sir.
That's the song. That's the goodbye song.
That's my baby.
Hey, Leo.
You're a bunch of nuts here.
Yes,
Wait,
sir.
now look, wait.
Leo, we're sorry.
Yes, sir.
We're going to cut that out.
Come on, Murray, take your Duke. We'll sing to him. He'll go away.
No, we can. Now, just, come on, just put it down.
Oh, come on, Murray. Let him go away. He called his name.
Will you be quiet for just a minute,
Oh,
please?
Murray, let him go away, please. Rummy, that's right.
Hey, Nick, come on, set it up.
Please, he
Come
can't
on,
push
stop
us
it.
around. Now, you and me, Murray, we gotta get rid of him. We gotta, please. Please, we
can't. We can't. Oh, kid, I'm sorry. Sorry, kid. I'm sorry. Look, better go to your room.
This is a one-room apartment.
Okay, then go to your alcove. Hey, Leo, I hope you didn't misunderstand. You know, we were only kidding you.
I got carried away there myself.
Yeah, well, we all got a little excited, I guess. So, I'll see you at work in the morning, Leo.
Great to have you back, fella. You both hate me.
No, nobody hates you, Leo.
I yelled at the kid. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause any upset. I don't get along too good with kids.
Well, don't worry about it.
Want to come have a drink with me?
No, not tonight. Some other night, huh, Leo?
Yeah, look. After I leave, you horse around with the kid a little bit. He'll feel better.
Right, Leo.
That bit I did for him was funny, wasn't it, Murray?
Yeah, Leo, I guess it was just a bad day for you.
Bad day for the old chipmunk. You don't want to leave that statue lying on the floor like that, huh, Murray? No, Leo. No. Oh, see you at the studio in the morning, you old monkey. You're an old monkey, aren't you?
Hey, I could use a pastrami sandwich right now, couldn't you? On rye with coleslaw and Russian dressing. Nick?
Guy calls us names. Guy talks to us like that. Should have got rid of that moron. We could have fooled the welfare people or something. Could have moved to Mexico, New Jersey, or someplace.
I hear the delicatessen in Mexico is terrible.
Well, I'm going to call myself Theodore.
Okay. As long as you don't call yourself Beatrice.
All right. Fool around. Wait till you see a Theodore running around here. Now just wait. Not a couple of seconds, he would have been out the door. Murray, why'd you let him push us around? Why'd you go chicken on me, huh?
Because your routines give me outright prolonged laughter, Theodore.
$4.95 for a new tablecloth, and you leave it around like this. Perfectly new tablecloth, and already there's dust all over it. You know, it's very interesting that I left my files here, that I forgot them. I mean, psychologically, if you want to analyze that. Of course, last month I left my handbag in the automat, and I have no idea what that means at all. I think that the pattern of our relationship, if we examine it, is very intricate. The different areas of it, especially the whole goodbye area of it.
Hello, Sandy. How are you?
Hello, Murray. I called the weather lady before. She says it is a beautiful day.
Say, lady, can I help with any of that?
As a matter of fact, Nick. Nick, I do not think the effect, I mean the overall design of this room is really helped by all these knickknacks.
You mean the junk?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's not good for the overall design.
So, Nick, if you would just help me put the junk into those cartons over there.
Nick.
Nick! Wilbur. Wilbur Malcolm Burns.
campers. The entertainment committee was quite disappointed in the really poor turnout at this morning's community sing. I mean, where's all that old Camp Chickawatomie spirit? I'm sure I speak for all of us here when I say that I'd like to say right now that campers, I can't think of anything to say.